comer and not an overcomer. Because the soul has not yet become saved. It's something that we're changing through the Spirit. Now your body does what your soul tells it to do. Okay? Now so the body is controlled by the soul. Our spirit, our emotions, our physical body is controlled by the soul. So your problem with your body is not merely your body. Your body does what your soul tells it to do. So if you got an all jacked, if you got a jacked up body, you got a jacked up soul. So if your soul is jacked up, then your body is jacked up. The reason the enemy don't want you to know this is because he wants you to keep focusing on your body. He still is operating in destruction. He still wants to keep everything. Remember, he wants to keep everything on the physical realm. So he keeps wanting you to focus on the body. He wants you never to even realize the spiritual realm. So your problem is not a saved soul that has never understood his redemption. The soul it hasn't called on to the Spirit, and that's why we have these personality conflicts. That's why you can see somebody and what's going on and like, are they saved? And yes, they are. But they got their personality. They're still dealing with emotions. They haven't come to brought that under subjection of the Spirit. Now inside your body is your soul, but inside your soul is your spirit. So the job of your spirit is to release life into the soul. And as the spirit releases life into the soul in turn releases life into the body.
Come on.
Y'all stay with me here, and I'm not trying to confuse you. So really what we're saying is, we still got to deal in where? Heavenly places, where our spirit is. So the body begins to live righteousness because the soul has become righteous, because the Spirit's flow has delivered righteousness to it. So the soul became righteous because the body lives righteousness, meaning physically we live righteousness. We're not living faith. We don't have roaches all up in there. So we're living righteousness because the soul has delivered righteousness to the body. And the reason the soul has delivered righteousness to the body because the flow came from the Spirit. Our spirits were saved. So when you have on your breastplate of righteousness, you have a delivery system from the inside and not the outside. It's an inside job. So the delivery system is from the inside. We can make the outside look good all we want. Religion tries to change us from the outside in. See, that's what religion does. Religion makes the outside look good.
That's
it
right.
It changes the outside in. You know, religion tells you, come to church, be a better Christian, give more money, serve more, do things, worship more, praise louder, raise your hand higher, do this, do that, run around and do this, and run around and do that, because we're running for Jesus. I'm running, and I'm running for Jesus, and religion is telling you to do all these things because it want to make you look like you're right. And then all of a sudden you get tired. You know why? We get tired because religion keeps telling you to change from the outside. And you're just managing your sin. That's all it tells you to do, just manage it. Throw it in here. Just keep on doing this and come on, keep on. We're going to live in religion today. So religion changes the outside. It tells you to go from the outside in. But we got to look Christian. Put on the form of godliness, but lack the power thereof. So if you want an authentic change, then it must happen from the breastplate. A real change starts, or real righteousness starts from the breastplate, the heart. And the job of the heart is to pump God's life from the spirit to the soul to the body. So bringing it all together, the only thing that got saved immediately, it doesn't mean the soul didn't get saved. It doesn't mean the body. That's going to get saved when you go to heaven. You're going to get your new body then. But to keep everything in line, it has to filter from the Spirit. Everything we do is predicated on the Spirit. It's in heavenly places. If it's not done in heavenly places, then it's not done at all.
Watch out.
Let's not be fooled. That's what the breastplate of righteousness is designed to do. It's designed, the heart is designed to pump righteousness. That's why it's protected. It's designed to pump righteousness from the spirit into the soul, into the body. Now, he's not going to just because his nature is perfection. See, God's not going to adjust. We can't look for him to adjust. God's not going to change his standard for us. We can't look for God to change the standard and bring it down to us. He's not going to adjust. He's not going to do that. God said it must come from your heart. That change, that righteousness must come from your heart. It's got to be real. It can't be fake. Religion only manages sin. Just telling me to stop doing something doesn't solve the problem. Just saying to yourself, I'm going to quit. You know how many times I told myself I was going to stop getting high? It didn't solve the problem. I can't keep on tell that devil like I said, you can't keep on just talking to that devil. You can't keep on talking to demons. That don't solve the problem. It doesn't solve, because the reason it doesn't, because it didn't solve my propensity.
Ooh.
See, talking to it didn't take away to my propensity to sin. Just saying, okay, I'm not going to sin, don't take it away.
That's right.
Okay, I ain't doing that no more. How many times we told ourselves I ain't doing that no more? I'm going to quit. How many times we done left church and we done heard Pastor Preacher say, we walk right out of church, I am going to get this together, get our spirit, and we ain't going to do this no more, and it didn't change. At all. It didn't change my desire towards drugs. It didn't change the history, but you remember I said that the demons have a history. There's a history. The demons have a history. They know your history. They know you from when you were born. That demon knows you. So it didn't change your history because we have not gotten to the heart of the matter. We have to get to the heart of the matter just as well as we had to get to the root of the matter. See, we don't get to the heart of the matter until we get in heavenly places, until we deal with the Spirit. So it must come from the heart. So when do we begin this? We begin this in Ephesians 4:20. I'm going to read this and I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Ephesians 4:20 says, but you have not so learned Christ, if indeed you have heard him and have been taught by him as the truth in Jesus, that you put off concerning your former conduct. The old man, which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And that you put on the new man, which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. Therefore, putting away lying,